hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T-Roy. What up, T?
Howdy.
How you doing, pal?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Eventful day.
Eventful day.
These are long days these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on over here.
It's sad that when, like, this is now my piece. Coming
down here and shooting the
and
shit.
actually just sit down for an hour and a half and just bullshit for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
It's my happy place now.
Yeah. Well, that's great. But it almost didn't happen because we lost power again.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. I'm having a coughing fit.
I see that.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
Sorry. I shouldn't drink a bunch of water right before we start. Now I got to drink more.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to start you off here. Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by
That'll
buy you some time. This part of the show is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call my man Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173.
What a great guy he is, too.
Yeah,
I
you
love
good?
Nick Matthews. Yeah, I
right.
think so.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I was coughing a little bit right before you went live.
Yeah.
And you're like, you good? And I'm like, I think so. And then you went live and I went,
Nope, not
Nope.
good.
not good. Yeah, we lost power again. What is the deal with Franklin, man?
I don't know.
Why do we always lose power? There wasn't even a rainstorm. There was nothing.
Not really. No, I don't know.
I mean-
it was a very small. It was just us. Who knows? A branch falls on a power line and takes
God.
a transformer out, or blows a fuse, and bada boom, bada bing.
I don't like it, man. I don't remember ever in my life living somewhere where the power went out as often.
No.
I mean, never. When we lived in Livonia,
Yeah.
lived in
Well, there's so many more
Farmington Hills.
Yeah, but there's so many more trees out this way.
Yeah,
There really is. This little area so overgrown with trees.
yeah.
I think
was
that's part of the
brutal.
problem.
Well, I was happily and pleasantly surprised because they gave me a text saying, "Don't bother calling us. We know your shit's out in Franklin there. We hope to have it back on by 6:30 this evening." And I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to drag the generator out and all that stuff." And I went and got gas. Total disaster because I couldn't get the fucking gas can
Yes,
open.
it's childproof.
It's childproof and it worked. And I couldn't get it out. So I had to go in and be like, do you have a gas can? And they're like, yeah, over there. It was like $26.
Yeah, they're no
It's like,
joke. They know if you're buying a gas can at
You're
the gas
desperate.
station, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And you'll pay whatever you need to get it.
yeah. And so I did. Paid the
Just
$26.
buy like a mega big gulp.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have done that. But I got home and I sat down and I was contemplating my next move. 'Cause I knew I had to do something. I knew you weren't going to be home for hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, at some point I'm going to have to bother T and have him walk me through how to do this. I know you were expecting that call.
Oh, absolutely.
And as I was getting myself more and more worked up, like magic.
That was a
Everything
pleasant
turned back
surprise on
on.
my end as well.
Oh, beautiful. And I was like, okay, is this going to go right back out? Because I've had that before.
Absolutely.
And but no, it's been on ever since.
Yeah.
So
And that's one of those
here
few
we
things
are.
that I would much rather just do myself than have to try and walk you through it on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah.
I can do it in like 9 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
I know. I've
20-minute
seen it.
conversation on the phone.
Yeah. Interrupting your day. Like you don't have enough shit going on. Yeah. So eventually, man, I'd love to get one of those home ones. Like when the power went out, it's like the first thought that hits my brain is, uh-oh, you didn't pay a bill. That's the first thought. And then I'm relieved when I hear
Yeah, the neighbors start firing up.
all the neighbors' generators, and they're all like home attached. So they fire up within a second.
Not this guy, though. The new guy over here. I feel bad. Like I should go over and tell him because
Yeah.
I've been home for 3 hours plus, and
The power
was
for
on,
hours,
and
dude.
his generator's still running. Like, dude, you know what? That's like $20 in gas you just
Yeah.
ripped off
40
right
bucks.
now.
My little 5-gallon tank cost me $25 today to fill up.
I wish Jesus was here. We could do the math on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but we're here. We survived it. Hopefully the power stays on while we're doing the show right now. That would be a disaster.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed is right.
It's sunny out. I think we're fine. I think we've dodged the
Yeah.
bullet. Whatever. It was a little storm, a little
Well,
rain that came through.
I did run a couple errands earlier, and when I came back on our street, DT was on our street.
That's what they
So
do.
it might have been just Hersheyville.
Yep.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, Travis said he looked it up. It was just our little sub, he called it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It affected 12 people.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. But that means they usually get out there quick and take care of it. If it's not widespread or systemic, if it's just an isolated incident, they can usually just throw people at it and get it fixed pretty quick. So,
right.
Which seems to be what happened.
Yep.
I'd rather have that than if it's going to go out. I'd rather it be just us than 50,000 people without power in the area.
Yeah, and then we have to watch that map shrink till it finally gets to us 6 days later.
Right.
Yeah, that's no fun. I'd like to say there's a lot going on today in the news. Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Happens.
It does.
Slow news days. There are
no mass shootings.
No school shootings. I don't think Trump did anything that people can lose their absolute shit over.
No. A bunch of people got the vid from that one of those conferences or something they were at. I had to laugh.
Economic Forum, one of those.
Whatever it was. There was there's an outbreak now from it.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're confused because everyone there had to either have a negative test or show a Vax card.
Right.
So how could anybody possibly have contracted COVID in such a safe environment?
Yeah.
They're like seriously like trying to figure out if somebody snuck in or something. Like, are you fucking retarded?
Yeah.
Come on. Just because you got you got vaccinated doesn't mean you don't have it and can't spread it. Are we still having this conversation?
We apparently are.
Acting like it's a mystery.
Dude, I was watching Jimmy Dore today.
Actually, it said like maybe somebody's had a false negative on their test.
Oh yeah, that's probably
that was it.
Yeah. I was watching Jimmy Dore, one of his videos dropped today, just about an hour ago, and I was watching it, and he found some video of Microsoft, Bill Gates, doing an interview at 92nd Street Y in New York, I think.
Okay.
And
is this recent or is this old?
Yeah, it's recent.
Just curious.
And he says, Bill's like, well, I figured out, and my people at the his foundation, all the scientists and masterminds and geniuses, figured out in February that that the COVID was really an elderly person's disease, more like the flu, and it really had a low death rate for anyone else. The average death age, by the way, from COVID is longer than the average lifespan of the human.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Hilarious. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, okay, so now this asshole's saying this now. Well, the rest of us were saying it 2 years ago. So you just figured that out, Bill.
Yeah.
Troy and I figured that out.
With your masterminds and your scientists.
Yeah, all the best and brightest.
Yeah, that's money well spent.
Really? I don't believe you. I think you're full of shit.
Got that damn PhD in common sense going again.
Yeah. It's crazy how often that comes in handy.
Yeah.
Having a PhD in common sense is really where the education is. Like if you can attain PhD level of common sense, you're killing it.
I did my undergrad in the School of Hard Knocks.
Yep.
And then I got my master's in my doctorate in common sense.
Yeah. And it serves you well.
Yeah. Actually, I
keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah. I was a double major, pimping and common sense.
Yeah. It's good. It'll serve you well your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good balance for me.
It's crazy, especially in this world we're living in now. It's, but I got to say, common sense used to work a lot better than it does right now. This is the first time common sense has been under attack.
Isn't that funny?
It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's very, very weird and strange.
Yeah. That it's not so common anymore, is it?
No. No.
It used to be like a joke statement, but it's getting more and more serious all the time.
Yeah. Every day. Yeah. Every day. You started watching What is a Woman?
Yeah, I watched it all. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, great. I mean, obviously
Sad.
those things are
terrifying.
Yes, it was everything. And obviously those things are slanted in one direction and edited and all that. But the realities, I don't know what didn't make that. If there was legitimate conversations that just didn't make the film because it didn't work for what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
or not. But the
right.
reality,
so if someone said, a woman has ovaries and a womb, and a man,
that right. But that doesn't matter because of the ones that did, that could not make a reasonable point, is everything.
Yeah.
Says everything.
Yeah.
And it was doctors, therapists,
clinical psychologists.
I mean these aren't just like people on the street.
But they all had purple hair.
A lot of them.
A lot of them had green hair, purple hair, clearly sending a message.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, this is our team and we're going to fight for it no matter what.
Yeah. Common sense be damned.
Common sense be damned. Yeah. Watching them talk in circles. And then as soon as they're president, it just makes you realize how much of a bubble people are living in, where it's like, okay, well, what about this? And it's like, I don't like that tone. I shouldn't have done this interview, and then walk away.
Yeah, well,
You know?
he was attacked for asking one. He's like, "What are you trying to get out of this? Like the truth?" Well, I find that to be like offensive or something. He was like, "How the fuck is the truth offensive?"
You're a university professor. I am.
Aren't you here to find the truth? We are. I want the truth. That's offensive.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's absolutely. if
And
you
that
haven't
guy
seen
owned
it,
Matt Walsh, by the way.
Yeah,
That particular
that's-
guy in the
that's
video.
funny.
I watched Twitter go off the charts yesterday talking about how they couldn't believe Matt Walsh left that segment with that professor. I think he was from Tennessee in the video
Yeah.
because he owned Matt
A
Walsh so much.
social scientist,
Yeah.
whatever the hell that is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sociology professor, perhaps.
Social scientists.
Yeah.
So he's a scientist in social justice
I guess
issues?
that was just seemed like an odd combination.
Remember when they were
Social
just
science.
scientists?
Yeah.
We just had scientists.
Mhm.
And we we knew what that meant.
Oh, I mean, I took like sociology classes in college. I don't know exactly what that professor's degree was in. Sociology, perhaps. But
Probably more. No, he's a clear gay guy. Clearly.
not back then.
No.
This
This guy was clearly and had an agenda. And, that's a great question, Matt. We spend an entire semester on that, asking
Oh, that was the difference between sex and gender.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There. We
Yeah.
said a whole semester.
Yeah. Really?
Mhm.
Sounds like money well spent at
Yeah.
30 grand a fucking credit or whatever they're
So
charging.
basically, yeah. So sex is factual.
In other words,
and gender is a feeling.
Yeah.
It's
Come on,
created.
man. You're ruining the class. This is
Sorry.
in the syllabus
Let's
we're
clip-
talking
I
about.
give them the Cliff Notes version.
It's like, yeah, we found that the best way to propagate people and to warp their minds is to really hammer it home over an entire semester.
Yeah.
So while Troy's definition works, it doesn't allow, that 30 seconds doesn't allow enough time to really propagandize these young minds
Mhm.
and get them thinking how we need them thinking
Yeah, you got to
to
manipulate.
destroy the world.
Because everybody comes
Yeah.
in with sort of that philosophy. We
Yeah.
got to change their mind.
Right.
Hey, Square, expand your mind.
Yeah. You're not supposed to change minds. You're supposed to teach people how to think, not what to think.
They're in.
Wow. Common sense.
Wow, there we go.
Some people are really pissed about yesterday's story.
Ours?
Yeah, well, everyone probably did the story on some level.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Rays pitchers who decided not to wear the Pride logo.
Oh, were they all pitchers?
I
knew
think
there
they
was
were.
5 players. I just didn't know
Yeah.
specifically who.
Is it weird that there weren't other teams that stood up and did this? Like, I wonder how it just became like the Tampa Bay Rays thing.
I don't know.
There's got to be a shit ton of Catholics and religious-minded people when you're talking about Cuban players, Venezuelan players,
you would think.
Mexican leagues.
Uh,
There's a lot of religion in there.
And
a lot of
maybe
them.
this just happened to be strength in numbers type of thing where
Yeah.
they talked about it and were like, if you do it, I'll do it. As opposed to everybody else not wanting to not do it, but
right.
not just going along with it for the paycheck or to not ruffle the feathers, not lose sponsors.
So it was the pitchers you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. Jason Adam, Jalen Beeks, Brooks Raley, Jeffrey Springs, Ryan Thompson.
Yeah, they don't sound too.
I know. I kind of want to see pictures, but if they're all 5 white,
They're all
really
white guys.
bummed.
I'm pretty sure those sound like all white
Jalen
guys.
Beeks,
Okay, I'll give him but that was it.
Brooks Raley,
Mm,
Jeffrey Springs,
nah, the Jeffrey.
Ryan, Jeffrey, Brooks, Jalen, Jason. Okay, look up the pictures on
Yep,
the Tampa Bay Rays.
I'm
God
going.
damn it. If
Yep.
this is all just fucking white guys, I'm going to be really bummed. From Texas. They're all pitchers from Texas. Fuck. I don't know if that's on, by the way, up there, T. Not that you need to pull it up there.
It's
but.
not. It's not.
Cardinals pitcher Jack Flaherty ridiculed the player's decision.
Sorry. Jason Adam, white. Brooks Raley, white. Who else do we have?
Jeffrey Springs.
Jalen Beeks, white.
Fuck.
Who else do we have?
Jeffrey Springs.
Jeffrey Springs. Cracker ass cracker.
Oh,
Was
no.
that all of them?
There's Ryan Thompson. There's no way he's anything
Oh,
but
yeah.
white.
He might be the whitest of them all.
Oh, for fuck's
and
sakes.
do they all? Oh, no. They all, 3 of the 4 have beards. Oh, it's the biggest threat to our democracy, sir.
Yeah. God damn it. You couldn't get one brother on your roster to fucking join the fight? Not one? Who knew there was a pitching staff in the MLB of all white guys? Did you know? Like, this isn't the 80s Boston Celtics.
Were any of them even starting?
I don't know.
All right.
Shit.
Yeah, there's a ton of white boys on this thing. I mean, there is. Wow. This might be the whitest pitching staff in the history of pitching. Luis Patino.
I'm sincerely bummed.
Oh, my God.
What?
That's it. It is all white boys. Wow. Surprised.
It's devastating.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now you can point it as a racist thing.
It's got to be. Holy cow.
I don't believe it is, but it makes the narrative that much easier.
Corey Kluber almost looks like a black guy.
Almost?
Yeah. I mean, he's the darkest of all of them.
Shit. Cardinals pitcher Jack Flaherty ridiculed the players, calling it an absolute joke. The players, the staff, Rays president Matt Silverman said, "I'm proud of the fact that we did this and so many of our players chose to wear the logo. I'm also proud of the conversations we had during the run-up to this night and in the aftermath. That's a really good byproduct of this. To be able to actually have these conversations is really valuable and rare." Do you think they had team meetings about this and really discussed pride issues? I don't buy that.
Between the management or
and
the
staff
team?
and the team, these really important meetings.
No, I think when they were deciding to put this all out and they were going to put flags on the uniform, like it was discussed, but I think they just said, "Here, guys, wear this."
Yeah.
Basically, I don't think they had a say in the matter.
I wouldn't either. Rays manager Kevin Cash contended the split among the players vis-a-vis the uniforms was not a problem. First and foremost, I think the organization has done a really good thing to have Pride Night, supporting our gay community, come out and have a nice night at the ballpark. Here's the thing. Your gay community should be able to come out and have a nice night at the park every night.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Right? Like, we need to section off a night so that they can feel safe and comfortable. They should feel safe and comfortable and welcome in your park every night that there's a game. How about that?
You would hope so. However, yeah, here you go. Look at.
Jesus.
Look at here's your one Mexican guy.
Yeah, he's got the squiggly thing above the end.
Latinx, yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
Like I said, Corey, he looks like the darkest guy there.
Yeah, but that's Corey Kluber. He's not.
I know. I say looks. So here's your Ryan Thompson.
He just got bad lighting in that picture.
Here's your Jeffrey Spranks.
Jason Adam.
There's your James Beeks.
Oh, boy.
Or Jalen Beeks.
Dude, there's not a brother on the roster.
Brooks Raley and Jason Adams.
Wow.
Yeah. Just the good old boys.
Never meaning no harm. So this is all under the guise of the Bible then. This is all about the Bible.
Yeah, probably, yes.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's good to force people to do anything they don't want to do.
Generally, no. I wouldn't think so.
On whether it's a jersey, don't turn me into a billboard for your agenda. I'm here to whip the ball as hard as I can across that little white plate. That's my job. Keep me out of your politics.
Yep.
And the more these companies keep dipping their toe in politics, it makes everybody else put on the spot like, oh, I'm going to be looked at as an asshole by the whole company if I don't just roll over and play along with this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's a shitty place to be for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, it's because of money. It's gotten too
lucrative,
too big. There's too much money, too many sponsors, too much involved in it.
Yeah.
When you look at what sports across the board, except women's soccer, has done over the last 20 years, with the exponential growth of salaries and salary caps and the money involved, it's insane. It's not realistic. The trajectory it's on,
or sustainable, unless you go globally. Unless you start bringing in Chinese dollars, Mexican and London dollars.
Even so, the only reason that it's even attainable at this point is because of the sponsors and the money that come into it. And that's what they have to count out everybody. They have to cater to it. Like,
yeah,
it used to just be an owner with his money and his ticket sales and however many beers he sold at the game.
Yeah,
and
how many
you
people
don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Passes.
You know, like the Jerry Buss. You know, starting out with the Lakers.
Yeah,
do it my way and go fuck yourself. And didn't need all the other stuff.
And if you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
you're not part of it. Get out of my team.
You can't tell a guy to go. You know, you don't like the plan I'm putting in place. Go fuck yourself. You can't say that to a player now. Yeah. They immediately go on social media and you're a pariah because first off, you're an old white guy. So how dare you? And it's like, dude, I'm the one that invested $1 billion in this, not you.
Yeah, it's my
You don't have to
company.
play here. It's my company, and I'm going to do with it as I please.
But I'm sure they can't do anything about it. They can't discipline them. They can't suspend them. They can't do anything because of the Players Association.
Yeah.
There's no way. They can't be punished for it in any
Mhm.
way. There's just no way.
Yeah, well, it's a tough subject, especially when you're talking about Pride Night and stuff like that. I understand it. It's, great, whatever. I have my sister, the smartass, like my father, the smartass, who got me the gay rainbow Lego set. My sister bought toys for Cece and sent them here, and then
Yeah.
one of them's like heart with the rainbow and pride all over it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Love is love, man.
Love is love, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's funny. Cece, it's funny every time she's running around with it.
Yeah.
It's funny, but
Well, the reality is it should not have even been a story. That's the reality of this.
yeah.
If 5 guys on that team wanted to not wear it and not participate, then they could have possibly done a healthy scratch, maybe kept them off, or just let it go and not said a word about it. Give the guys the option, but they've made it into this story.
Right.
They've created this story out of it. The reality is that everybody else in that organization and team and all that participated. It was probably a wonderful night full of awesome butt sex. And because 5 guys chose to not wear the rainbow hat and wore the regular hat, it's the news of the day. Think about that.
For a couple days.
Yeah. But I mean, really, but why?
I have no idea because
Pressure.
pressure.
That's
yeah,
why.
pure pressure.
That's why. To make sure that nobody does that again.
Do you
You
think
don't want to
anyone-
be in these crosshairs. See, next time you just wear the flag hat.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit, and it's kind of around it, but that Joe Montana documentary we were watching
Mm-hmm.
on Peacock, I think. It's great. It's like a 6-part. If you're a Niners fan, you'd love it, obviously, but football in general. And for the Super Bowl that they played, I think in Stanford, maybe their 3rd Super Bowl appearance, his wife brought his original jersey with her to the stadium. She was doing some stuff for NBC Sports, just like, hey, it's Joe's wife, she's hot.
Yeah.
Put her on a mic and a camera. And she's like, she'd stuffed it in his bag and was like, I think, you should wear it. And so he didn't wear his Super Bowl jersey for that game. He wore like the previous Super Bowl jersey. There weren't a bunch of logos and shit on it.
Yeah.
The only way you'd notice was like the 3 white stripes on the shoulder were further spaced apart the year before
very
or 2
small
years
difference.
before. And nobody in the world noticed until Joe told that story. It was like, that's amazing. And then you see the clips, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed.
Crazy that nobody would even pick that out after all those years.
Right. And who's the camera on most during that game?
Him all
Joe
day.
Montana all day. He blew the fucking Dolphins out of the building, and he was on offense all day. Could have racked up 100 points. The camera couldn't have been on him more. You know what I mean? So my question to you is, do you think 5 guys don't wear the fucking rainbow? First off, the fans, unless they've got binoculars, can't even see it. So unless these guys are in the game, you're watching it on TV, how many people would even notice?
Yeah, I'd be curious to go back to that game and see. I'll look at the box score to see if any of those guys even got in. I don't know if they're starters, relievers, closers.
Well,
I don't know where they
yeah.
are. But if they're just hanging out in the bullpen out there,
Yeah.
so what? Nobody
Yeah.
fucking sees them anyway. Half the time, I don't even think they wear hats.
Well, it's
Well,
enough
there's a patch on the side too, but whatever.
There was a burst patch on the side, which I wouldn't have wanted to wear. Part of that was the Black Lives Matter thing.
Oh,
I wouldn't have fucking wanted that on my jersey.
Right.
I absolutely wouldn't support that. No, absolutely not. There's one gay pro baseball player who is outraged about this. His name is Brian Ruby. He's outraged about this, that these guys wouldn't wear the rainbow colored logos on their uniform for Pride Night. Ruby, who has played in the minor leagues but is reportedly taking June off. Okay.
Oh, well, hey,
All right.
it's his month, right? I take the month. Hey, if you're going to give me a month, I'm going to take it off.
I'm going to take it, right?
Listen, that's a dangerous slope.
Yeah.
That's a what the hell are we going to do in February?
Yeah, right. Can't have, what's going on in February? Super Bowl. I guess if black dudes just took the whole month off February.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you get your whole month off.
He's playing the players. He gave an interview with USA Today claiming their actions make other gay people feel like second-class citizens. It always baffles me when guys use Jesus as their excuse to discriminate. Like, wasn't Jesus the guy who preached love thy neighbor? I don't think it's discriminatory to decide against a gay patch.
Oh, it should be freedom of speech.
Yeah.
But it,
This
it's one thing if you kept it and put a big circle and slash through
Right,
it or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
no fags on your
God
hat
hates
or
fags.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
you went all
that would be discriminatory and,
Right.
and hateful.
But to choose to not wear it or participate, I think would be fall under that freedom of speech thing.
He goes on. This isn't about religion. This is about being a good teammate. When guys go out of their way to make a point of opposing Pride Night, they're sending a clear message that people like me just aren't welcome in baseball. It's a reminder that even on the one night we get to be proud of ourselves at the ballpark, we are still second-class citizens. Simple as that. Okay.
I mean, I don't think they were standing there chucking balls out in the stands. Get out of here, quirr.
Yeah, no, I don't think that happened.
No.
I think we'd know if that did, though.
Probably.
A lot of guys just don't get that they've always had and will continue to have gay teammates. Such antiquated language and behavior actively hurts the team. It's hard enough to be gay in baseball. No, it's not hard to be gay anywhere in America, for the most part.
It's probably at least slightly more difficult in some situations.
Some situations,
I will go
perhaps.
ahead and give it that.
But not really, not in this country.
In an NFL locker room,
Ask Carl Nassib. He's
yeah.
killing it. Those guys love him.
that's fine. I'm just saying. It's probably
Okay.
not.
I'll give you
It's
that, T.
a little more difficult. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll give you that. But I don't think it's like over the top, like, oh my God, you're just being railed on. I just don't think these young guys are treating gay athletes like that.
No, I don't think so.
Could be wrong. Haven't spoken to a lot of them. I'd be shocked. I mean, some of them are going to have that attitude.
And here's the
Some
thing.
of them are.
Hold
but
on. Though. But this could be
Hold on.
bigger and different than that, too. First of all, just to go back to that, Jason Adam was the only one that got in. He pitched 1 1/3 and gave up 1 hit. No earned runs. No
Okay,
walks, no
not bad.
strikeouts. But maybe it's not just they're against gays. Perhaps they're against where we're at in this country with the temperature, where they're at with the whole trans and the schools and everything else that we're
Yeah.
going through right now. It's probably a bit ignorant to just minimize it to the fact that, oh, they're against gays.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they? So Kaepernick was against the national anthem then? Because he didn't, I mean, it's just oversimplification.
Yeah, but he got kicked out of the league, Troy.
No,
They've never given him his Hall of Fame career back.
I've heard the Lions are actually a potential
Please,
landing spot.
Please, do it. I want to see him play in the league. I do.
Do you think that might have anything to... First of all, Tim Blau blows. So everything I'm hearing that he's just not probably even going to make it.
Okay.
So that leaves something bit of an... And what do the Lions have this year? Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Yeah. Bring him in.
So...
Bring him in. Let everybody see how great he is.
Yeah. Well,
I mean-
that's... Careful.
Why?
I'm just saying, because that's a lot of exposure and a lot of external bullshit that I don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
It's going to come with a
Hey,
lot
we're
of
making
baggage.
TV programs, man. We're making TV programs.
Yeah.
It's not about winning anymore.
Yeah, kneecap soup, baby.
Hell yeah. What does it say to all young minor leaguers dreaming of one day getting a shot in the big leagues, that once you get there, you can live your dream, but only at the cost of hiding your authentic self from the world? How? You can be as gay as you want. Just leave me out of it. Right? Not me personally, but some of the players. Like, who is there no gay Major League Baseball player? There's no out Major League
I
Baseball
don't think
player?
so. I mean,
I don't think so either.
there was, I heard the Dodgers the night before honored some guy that was in the 70s and 80s that was the first openly gay.
He loved cock.
I forget what his name is, but they honored him. He's dead now, but
Bob Knobgobbler?
yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Bob Knobgobbler.
Southpaw pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
The AIDS got him.
Did it? So I found a couple comments that I thought were appropriate. I don't want to take credit for them personally because I
Okay.
didn't write them.
Yeah.
It's not discrimination to not treat the LGBT community like they're extra special compared to everyone else.
Fair.
Remember being told at the beginning of the push for same-sex marriage that no one was being asked to agree or celebrate, just be tolerant? A few years down the road, and celebration is mandatory or else. Yep, loving that tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those days.
I do.
It amazes me that a movement that demands acceptance and understanding never offers acceptance and understanding to others.
It's a very one-way street.
It's a very fair statement.
It is true.
What do you think about you like the Whopper sandwich, right? Burger King?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Like a good Whopper?
Yeah, actually, that's all things considered. That's probably my my go-to.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's ironic. I hate their fries.
Their fries do suck.
It's terrible.
What's going on with Burger King fries? They're just brutal.
Yeah, it's not good. But if I had to pick one burger straight up from all the joints, it'd probably be the Whopper.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think of the Pride Whopper that they're
Uh,
debuting in Austria?
I don't know. Does it have a dick in it or something?
No, it doesn't have a dick in it. But if you were going to make a Pride Whopper
Yeah,
for June, T, how would you make a Pride Whopper?
with a dick.
Put a dick in the meat?
Yeah. Oh, easy.
What?
Put hot dogs on it.
I was thinking all mayo condiment.
All mayo. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking do the ketchup and mustard and everything in like a rainbow around
yeah.
it. You could do it.
Cut the pickle so that it's green.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's not what they did.
Hmm.
I was thinking Whopper Jr. for when you're just too young to enjoy our man-sized meat between your buns. That's
Okay.
not bad.
You got a future in marketing.
The Pride Whopper. It may cost a few bucks, but this Whopper bucks back.
Well, they already. Oh, nice.
Is that not bad? That's not bad, right? Now,
Well,
it's unfair to do to you because I had an hour
Yeah,
to sit down
exactly.
and
You just threw this on me, but they they already have the trans Whopper.
they do.
Yeah.
Beyond Beef?
Yeah,
Beyond Whopper?
the Impossible Whopper. That's right.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
I'm good on my feet.
yeah, you're good. I'm surprised you haven't figured out what they've done. So this is in Austria,
Uh-huh.
but it's making global news because it's hilarious.
All right.
They've introduced the Pride Whopper.
Did
How
they-
do you think they made it gay?
Like the actual food itself is
Like the
somehow
Whopper.
gayed up.
Yeah.
Gayed up proper.
Yeah.
Um.
It's to promote equal love and equal rights.
Okay. The rainbow bun, like multicolored.
That's what
bun.
I thought.
Okay.
Because they did the black bun. I think that was for Black Lives Matter Day or something.
Was it?
No.
Mm.
But they did do that black bun.
Yeah.
Remember? It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
No, what they did, you can order it with 2 bottom buns or 2 top buns.
Oh my god. Actually, I'm sad I didn't think of that. Fucking great.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. That is fucking funny.
Yeah. We're setting an example for individuality and freedom and stand for a respectful interaction with each other, equal rights, empathy, understanding, no matter where you come from, no matter who you love, no matter who you look like or what you believe in. Time to be proud. Unless you believe in heterosexual things. Then,
Well, then you can
fuck
can't you
off.
just get a regular Whopper?
I
Can
guess
you go
if-
in there? Can you go in there at any time this month and be like, yeah, just let me get a straight old straight
Yeah.
Whopper?
Yeah. Can I have the cisgendered Whopper? I'd like to order a cisgendered Whopper combo, please. They're like, you fucking bigot.
Yep.
Goddamn asshole wants a bottom and a top.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus. They're going to spit in your food.
Greedy.
You better get the Pride Whopper if you're in Austria.
What if you're bi? Can't you can get the top and the bottom, can't you?
I guess if you went on
The Bi
and said,
burger?
I'd like the Bi burger.
Yeah.
I'd have the top and the bottom. They go, ooh. See what you did there.
Yeah.
Nice move.
Well
Well
played.
played.
Mhm.
Well played. Pride Whopper is so people are saying some straight people came up with this and thought it was a great idea on their Instagram. Probably right. Boardroom full of white guys.
I think it's a great idea.
One day into Pride Month and already exhausted.
That part's true.
This is a joke, right? The Pride Whopper is reminiscent of the viral, and I don't remember this. I'm sure we would have done this story, but it was a Royal Dutch Airlines ad from 2017. The company put out pictures of multiple seatbelt combinations, including 2 female ends and 2 male ends that said, "It doesn't matter who you click with." And then critics pointed out how the combinations literally could not click.
Yeah. Actually, in this situation, it does. That's a poor example. Hey, speaking of fast food,
Yeah.
I am going to do my grievance.
Oh, you have a grievance?
I do, and it has to do with fast food. Now, I have no idea. Oh, there it is right there.
All right.
This is, bear with me, this is my first grievance ever.
Mhm.
And I don't know how the timing thing is going to go. But anyway, here we
It'll
go.
give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I don't really give a shit. But So I went out for. Are we? Is that on there? There we go. I went to Sonic the other day for lunch, and I wanted to get one of those like Blizzard deals. They got pretty good ice cream at Sonic, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that sounds great. Oh, sorry, our Blizzard machine's down. I said, oh, fuck. She goes, well, wait, you want a milkshake? I was like, all right, fine. I'll have a milkshake. So I got my meal and a milkshake. And I got a fucking paper straw with my milkshake.
Yeah.
I got through not even a third of it before it completely just shit apart and was just collapsing on itself. A milkshake with a fucking paper straw.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Fuck that cokehead turtle, by the way. One turtle gets a straw up his nose, and I got to eat shit on a fucking milkshake 10 years later.
Worst.
They're the worst.
I approve of this grievance.
Okay, thank you.
I rule in favor of you.
It's not a generic paper straw overall, which is played out and get it. But okay, a fucking milkshake.
Yeah.
Can we make
exceptions? It doesn't work with a water or a Coca-Cola.
No, I know.
At all. They fall apart immediately. They're total shit. Garbage.
You need some
And if you think anyone's weeding straws out of the system, just stop using straws altogether then, if that's the way you're going to go. Don't give me something that's going to fall apart in an instant.
Yeah.
And the pressure you need to put on a legit milkshake.
You need integrity on the walls of that straw.
Unless you've been
and it was thick.
Unless you've been sucking dicks your whole life, that's hard, dude.
Yeah.
You know, unless you've gotten practice at that shit, which we
difficult.
haven't.
Yeah, it was very
not
difficult.
easy.
So that is my bitch. That was what I came up with for my grievance because I'm like, what the fuck? So then I sat there doing it like that.
Yeah, like an asshole.
Jesus Christ.
Get yourself a big mustache.
That'll be a meme probably.
By the way, some of you may have noticed that Isis isn't here. I'm sure some of you are applauding that. Some may be bummed. His mom had a little accident yesterday or the day before, and like broke an ankle. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this.
Well,
and she was his ride because he's too big of a pussy to take the sling off and just drive over.
At this point, it forced his hand, no pun intended. Do you think he could just man up and drive, perhaps?
I think he's going to shoot for next week.
Okay.
To do that. But it sounds like she's going to have surgery.
Oh.
So she's going to be laid out. So he's got a wounded wing. He got his wing clipped.
They're a hot mess over there.
Yeah, they're a mess. And his brother's coming to town, Brian. So he's not going to be able to make it. Yeah, a lot going on.
All right, so we're E-free this week.
We are E-free for the week.
All right.
Yes. Hey, I wanted to mention our Amazon link, DetroitCast.com. Click the link. Shop as normal. I want to see those numbers up because I know how many people listen, roughly, I guess. And I know you're all using Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So please, if you're shopping there, I know you're spending hundreds of dollars a month, most of you, on Amazon.
That's shit.
Just go there. Use ours. The new website has the Canadian one, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Behind the scenes, I've already seen it. It's AA Ron has that there. So there's the Canadian Amazon link, which a lot of our neighbors to the north have been bitching about that wasn't on our site. All those things are there, but
awesome.
For right now, in the next couple of days, DetroitCast.com. MyPillow.com, use promo code TDC. Giza sheets, the slippers, the towels. It's all great. Promo code TDC. Send your emails, walters@detroitcast.com. Love reading them. I think you guys really enjoy hearing them. I hear that from a lot of people. Patreon.com/TDC Podcast. Sign up. Show your support for the show. Exclusive content. We promise you'll love it. There's a tier for everyone. And Ryan's been a little screwed up lately. He had some medical thing going on, and so he's kind of been under the weather.
Tapas to you.
For sure. But he's been moving over a lot of the old stuff too. A lot of that we did. So that's available there. Hosby. I was listening to that the other day.
Classic.
Fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that shit is dumped over there, and we keep adding stuff. It'd be nice if we could keep recording it.
Yeah.
That should be fixed by tomorrow.
We're 0 for 3.
Apologize for that.
The reality is that it's like, oh man, once we found out you do it, but you just can't recreate it.
No.
Even if you tried to go over the same stuff, it just wouldn't. So
no, doesn't work like that.
So know that it was there.
We'll be pros, and we'll do one with the email that I said I couldn't read on the air.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna have to do that just because we hyped
That's
it.
fair.
So
we'll do it after this.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it today, and I'll send it
up.
over. All right, perfect.
Bam. See?
God, I don't want to keep talking about this shit.
Oh, if it's trans, just skip it.
Well, it's not trans as much as the drag thing. Why is the drag thing? We have to find out who's funding this movement. What grants are going to fund these drag kids to Pride shit
RuPaul.
all over the country.
It's all RuPaul.
It's not RuPaul.
I know. Actually,
but there is.
I like RuPaul.
Yeah, RuPaul's fine when he's staying in his lane. Just leave the kids alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You do you, Ru. Look.
Why is there another field trip?
There's legislators are coming out, and yeah, if you look at the map, there's plenty of these, and a lot of people are just getting wind of it, and then they're fucking throwing a shit fit, and their Congress people are like coming up with new laws saying you can't do this to kids. You can't bring kids into a bar where they're serving alcohol and have them parading on the stage while adults tip them. What fuck up world are we living in?
Well, but there's so many ways to get around that. Fine, they just won't do it at a bar. They'll do it at show. It's been going on for right. The drag reading time or whatever was going on with that. Have it at a community center. Not serve alcohol during those hours at the bar. There's a million ways that you can get around it logistically like that. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not the way to get. It's too easy to get around rules and regulations like that. If you're going to be generic, not be generic with the point. Oh, you can't do it in a bar where they're serving alcohol. Okay, we don't serve alcohol.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Next.
Yeah.
It's too easy to just find the loopholes and all that stuff. It's
what is it? The don't groom children law?
Essentially. I mean, well,
I don't know, man.
It'll just be deemed the don't say gay, don't say trans bill.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're right.
It's going to be don't say drag bill.
Yeah.
Just like the don't say gay was dragged through that, no pun intended, for saying, hey, how about we don't just talk sex? Was it like through third grade?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
K through 3.
K through 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Florida.
Seems totally legitimate to me.
Yeah.
To not have that be part of the curriculum.
Unless you've got bigger plans. Unless you've got much bigger plans for indoctrinating students. Grooming them, if you will. Some people hate when I say that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Depends
okay.
on which side of the fence you're on.
Yeah. Sure does. Hey,
we know who you voted for.
You better.
Uh-huh.
So the Royal Jubilee took place over the weekend. I don't know if you caught any of that.
I did not.
I can't skip these fast enough.
I couldn't give a shit. Although, what I will say is 70 fucking years.
Yeah.
That is quite a reign.
Yeah.
That is quite a reign.
She's beloved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm of British heritage. I have family still
Your
there.
mom?
My mom was born there.
Yeah.
My grandparents were obviously born there. I still have relatives there.
Mm-hmm.
Friends from there. But that's impressive. I don't really understand how that all works.
And what is she, 90?
Yeah, because I was thinking
now?
like, okay, well, so maybe she was like 18 when she took over or something. But no, she was like 26 or 28 or something when she did it. So
yeah,
you're just wheeling that old bag around. Sad part is
an old bag. Out of respect.
Oh,
Piers Morgan took offense at that.
Oh, well,
someone called her an old bag.
So fuck off, Piers. I don't give a shit. Fuck you too. But she's still got more wits than Biden.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what was funny too? She didn't catch any shit for this, which I thought was odd. So she was really looking forward to the 4-day. It's like a 4-day blowout celebration where the whole world is watching. Fox was covering it, so I had that on in the morning and saw some of the coverage with Piers Morgan and a couple of the bimbos on the Fox News morning show. I don't know if the other stations were covering it, but it's just going on and on. And, it's the trooping of the color, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. Trooping of the color when they, show their strength and everything, and but it's impressive to watch as a whole. She made one appearance on the first day from the balcony. Had like some grandkids there, Phil's dead, but had like Chuck there, waving. Thank God Andrew got COVID, so.
Oh, dodge that bullet. Good timing.
Yeah, sure.
Didn't they strip him of all of his royal titles?
But so was Harry and shit bitch Meghan.
Did they
They just
actually,
sat them on the other side.
Yeah, but did they actually strip them of that, or did they like
relinquish?
They relinquished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully accepted.
All right.
And those two clowns shit all over the royal family when they did that Oprah interview.
Oh, yeah.
Acting like the family was like, well, what color's the baby going to be? It's like, I didn't even know Meghan Markle was fucking half anything else.
No.
Like, seems like an absurd question to ask, but apparently she's quarter black, half black. So, but seeing Harry and Meghan get fucking booed by the people.
Yeah.
was amazing. I mean, Piers Morgan was going, in the history of the kingdom, I don't think any royal family member has been booed ever, like at all. I can't recall one. And then they're like, the guy that follows them and writes books on the royal family is like, I cannot either, Piers. Where an immediate member of the royal family is booed. And it was just like, oh, yeah. Shows you how popular their remarks.
Good thing Andrew sat that one out.
Oh, can you imagine? But what I thought was interesting.
You think they were like, fuck. We really needed him to step up and take one for the team. The only one that's more hated,
shield.
the one that's more hated than us is Andrew. He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
I got COVID, kids. I'm out.
Can't risk the queen.
But here's what I found funny. So she did the one thing. So she's got a little bit of family on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, she didn't feel great. She's 96 or 98 years old.
Time for a nappy.
Fine. So she's exhausted. So the only way she can get around is on a wheelchair. And she did not make another public appearance for the 3 days of the Jubilee celebration because she refused to be seen in a position of weakness in a wheelchair and be photographed. She did not want anyone to have that lasting image of her in a wheelchair.
I mean, couldn't they just wheel her to the balcony and then just kind of
98
prop her up?
But I would think in this woke world we're living at, we should celebrate people in wheelchairs.
I agree. And I got mad respect for her for that.
Yeah.
You're not going to see me like this.
Wasn't there a president, an American president who did that too, was in a wheelchair?
Was it Roosevelt, I think, that he was in the wheelchair, but it hit it for a long time?
Was it Roosevelt?
And then it came out and he was in it. Maybe not. He's the only one I know that was in a wheelchair. But
yeah.
Somebody did that, hit it so that you didn't know.
But
did everything just sitting down or however it was?
This is just so confusing because I thought everyone's the same no matter what their disability. I mean, that's what we put on the cover of our magazines.
Well, this is
throughout
different.
The pages.
Mm-hmm.
I think she should be being booed by the kingdom for not showing how strong she is. I am woman, hear me roar, even when I'm in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you think so?
How do you think the wheelchair community feels about this? Here, you had an opportunity to have the queen sitting in one of your fucking chairs, and she was like, "Oh, no."
Jesus, yeah, she's 97.
Yeah,
96. Sorry, April 26.
Of what year?
April 26.
She turned 97.
Well, yeah. It doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't tell you the age. Normally on Wikipedia, it'll show the age. It just shows the year.
Really?
They eliminated that part. Make you do the math on that.
Really? They're going to make you fucking show your work?
Yeah.
Think that went through?
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Cool.
Don, 2 years younger.
What?
Don, 1928. Don was born.
Really?
My dad. Yeah. Born in 1928.
Wow.
Yeah. So he'd have been 95. No.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He should have been here.
Yeah. 7 years ago, and he was 88 when he passed. So
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. When you think about this whole bag, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You're only 2 years older than my dad.
Don was a little more active than the queen. He lived life to the fullest. Usually I would blow past these stories, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care much about the royal family or anything like that. I just don't know enough about it and don't care. But I do know Harry and Meghan won't shut up about, shitting on their family, turning their back on the family. They're super woke. They're super eco-minded.
Yeah.
Their company revolves around, we're going to be completely eco-friendly by 2030, shit like that, making statements. They have been accused of enormous hypocrisy, shock, after flying back to California from the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in a Russian oligarch-style private jet. The eco-preaching Duke and Duchess of Sussex returned to their 15...
Wait, is that just some weird jab?
What?
A Russian oligarch type jet?
Well, they name Russian oligarchs who are flying these jets.
Well, I understand, but that's just because it's the baddest jet out there.
Yeah.
They're the royal fucking family.
Yeah.
They have money.
Yeah.
So it just seems like an odd correlation to make. So there's no bomb ass Americans that are flying these jets. Musk isn't rocking this shit.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it seemed like a bit of a jab to throw in there.
Yeah,
a Russian oligarch type.
But
jet.
it's not the story.
It was an oligarch's jet that they chartered or used. It's that type of jet.
Right. So they flew back to their $15 million Montecito mansion with their children, Archie and Lilibet, on a gas-guzzling Bombardier?
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 Oh, it's like a jet ski.
Global 6000 before the grand finale of the pageant even began on Sunday. So they got booed.
Time to go.
Fuck off.
Yeah. All right, we're not taking this shit.
Bombardier is an ultra-long-range, 13-passenger private jet. Comes with its own private stateroom, features a flatbed, and can travel more than 6,000 miles without stopping. It's not clear who paid the $200,000 flight. Climate experts believe the journey will have resulted in 10 times more carbon being emitted than if they had taken a commercial flight. The royal couple's flight will have emitted nearly 60 tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere under the terms of the Paris Agreement, objective of keeping global warming below 2°C. Each person's carbon budget should be no more than 2.1 tons per year, meaning they exceeded their yearly budget by 15 times on one flight.
Wow.
Yeah. As they also flew into Britain on a private jet, and assuming it was the same aircraft, their overall return trip would have exceeded the annual limit by nearly 30 times.
That's impressive.
Yeah. But Troy,
Don't you dare.
Look at you with your gas-guzzling pickup out there.
I know, I hate it now.
What's the matter with you? Ram 1500? Really? Do you even give a shit about the planet?
5.7 liter Hemi.
Do you even give a shit about the planet, Troy?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Roy,
I care about $5 a gallon gas right now.
Yeah, right.
You that.
He doesn't. He's not paying this bill.
No, absolutely.
The Queen's grandson previously described climate change as one of the most pressing issues we are facing. Royal expert Tom Quinn has now accused the Sussexes of extreme hypocrisy. They pontificate about helping people and the planet, and then they take private jets. They tell people to look after the environment, and then they don't look after the environment themselves. It's enormously hypocritical. He said the Bombardier 6000 was a Russian oligarch kind of jet for people who just don't care, adding it's almost like sticking two fingers up to the environmental lobby. But just this year, Harry and Meghan launched a new eco-travel project, which would see holidaymakers rated on their green credentials.
You know what would have been badass? They would have done a fucking, like a flyby, like a Top Gun style flyby of the Jubilee, on the way out. Come by upside down.
Yeah.
Just litter it with smog.
Yeah. I just can't take these people seriously. I
think it's funny that
I don't find it funny at all. Honestly, I don't. I think it's so elitist and so out of touch.
Yes. But hold on.
It bothers me so much, though.
Because if you could do it, you would.
Oh, fuck yes, I would.
Exactly my point.
But I wouldn't be bitching at anybody else about what they're doing. That's the difference.
No, but you're bitching at them for it.
That's the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I flew in a private jet once. It was fucking amazing.
Right. If I could, I would.
Yeah, right.
And everybody that can would.
Yeah.
For the most part, except that's the only thing I'll give that little twat. What's her fucking Gretchen, whatever. The little twat that bitched at everybody about the from the Netherlands.
Dare you? Her?
Yeah, whatever.
How dare you?
What the hell ever her name was?
Yeah.
But then she's like come over here on a sailboat.
Yeah.
Props.
Yeah.
Okay. They did good,
Yeah.
Respect.
Yes.
She's at least doing it.
It's like bitching about the meat industry and what monsters they are and how it's ruining the environment. And then you're photographed at Burger King eating a fucking double Whopper.
Mm-hmm.
Pride one at that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's the hypocrisy that everybody hates so much.
True.
So that's one flight. And these clowns did more damage to the fucking ecosystem of the planet that they're trying so desperately to save than we could do in a lifetime. Like, that's the part where it's like, oh, I don't care. Fly 10 private jets a day. Just don't lecture me about it. That goes same for you, Neil Young or Pearl Jam.
I don't give a shit at anybody that lectures. Fuck them all. I don't give it.
But they want you to be green rated, so your insurance is affected later.
Fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. I don't care about them criticizing me, and I don't give a shit about them doing it. Do you?
You don't care about them when you get a fucking F on your green score, and now your insurance rates go through the roof, or you can't get a mortgage.
I'm going for an F minus.
So am I, but dude, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. I really don't. I don't. It makes me laugh how much stock people give those fucking clowns. They're mouthpieces. What they say and what they do means nothing.
Yeah.
Less than nothing. So to even bother with pointing out their hypocrisy is useless.
Well, they don't
to
care.
me. They don't care. And
to your point, you don't care.
Yeah.
But more importantly, they don't care. But they're the ones lecturing everybody else.
It's fine. In a way, they have to. They're forced to. I mean, they probably go above and beyond. But overall, look across the board. The hypocrisy is staggering in this country.
Yeah.
Everybody's got double standards. Everybody's talking out of both sides of their mouth because they're forced to. They're getting that pressure on every side to take a stand somewhere on something.
I've decided to take a stand against taking a stand.
Okay, there you go.
Right? Yeah. Can that be my stand?
I like it. Yeah.
You want to join me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We don't have to all be on our knees then, do we?
No,
All right,
no.
Just making sure.
No, just join me, and I invite listeners to join us as well.
Yeah.
To take a stand against taking a stand.
You know what I give up for Lent every year?
What?
Lent.
Okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I just don't participate.
Doing my part.
I don't participate in New Year's Eve or New Year's resolutions. It just seems like more pressure that I don't need. You know what I mean? I'm going to eat more greens. I'm going to go to the gym. No, I'm not.
Fuck all those people.
You kidding? I'm not doing it. I'm not playing.
Fuck the Royals for doing it. Fuck the clowns that bother writing the stories up to hack on them. And fuck the people that read them and give a shit about them.
Yeah. Well, that limits show topics. We just killed 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's all right. I mean, it's fine. It's topical, but
I like pointing out the most egregious people. You know, when what's his name?
But who's clowns.
Right, but Leo DiCaprio. I like Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He fucks 100 of the hottest women on earth every week on a super yacht, right? And then he fucking flies private across the globe to accept an award for his eco-ness and how fucking eco-friendly he is. It's like, dude, you can do what, how dare you, did and paddle across the ocean. I don't remember.
My God, that's killing me.
The googly-eyed.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I could want to say Gretchen, but whatever.
Yeah, it's just type in "how dare you."
Let's see if that comes up.
I bet if you type in
hold on.
"how dare you,"
how dare you, Greta Thornburg. It was like the third one down. Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg.
Oh,
you were close.
Shall we?
Here.
90% of golfers
son of a
slice.
bitch.
And if you're
sorry, fucking
tell me when it's
didn't we? I know, didn't we? All right, we're up.
All wrong.
This bitch.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean.
How dare you?
Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying.
Oh my God! Look, I don't remember how awful those looks are. She does.
Well, she's
got a little Amber Heard on the stand look to her there.
Yeah, before we say anything else, she does have some condition.
A touch of the somethings.
She's got a touch of the somethings.
That's fine. All right. Well, then don't get in front of the camera. It's not my fault. I didn't put you up there.
How dare you?
You're the one that swam across the ocean to come over here and bitch at us. Fuck off.
Dude, she was one of those. Remember back in the day how great this was? Like, back in the day when we were doing the Drew and Mike show, when the fucking, who were the Olsen twins?
Oh, yeah.
Were like 13.
Yeah.
There was a website out there that put a clock on
until they were legal.
When they turned 18.
God, they are awful now. I mean, awful looking.
They are?
Oh, they're horrible looking.
Yeah, they're Muppets.
I mean,
they're like Muppets.
Weren't
they the youngest billionaires ever?
Probably, yeah, something like that. Was it billions?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Their clothing line and shit.
Oh, they're terrible looking. They look like skeletons.
Look like Muppets.
They're awful.
I haven't seen them in forever.
Yeah. You're okay.
Gun stores across Canada.
Oh.
Are reporting booming business.
Yeah, hurry up and get it before they shut it. When's the date on that thing they put in?
It's going to be a little while.
I was going to say it's till like the end of the year or something, right?
Fall maybe.
Yeah.
So after Prime Minister Blackface announced that he was introducing a freeze on all new sales of handguns, Blackface on May 30th said he was introducing a national freeze on handgun ownership. In other words, it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada once this bill becomes law. That's the key part of that sentence.
Once it becomes
law.
Yep. All right.
Bill C-21 needs to be passed by the House of Commons, and the Senate is expected to become law by fall. Owners of gun stores...
Take your time, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give them time to get all their guns,
Yeah.
and we'll shut it down. Owners of gun stores are reporting huge surge in sales as customers who have obtained their licenses rush to buy guns before the law is enacted. We thought there would be a bit of a run on handguns, but we didn't expect this, said J.R. Cox, who owns and operates the Shooting Edge ranges in Calgary and Toronto. All the stores in Calgary were just crazy. Several gun stores in British Columbia province saw lines out the door within hours of Blackface's announcement.
I bet.
You get a lot of people that as soon as they announce new gun control measures, anyone wants to go in and buy a gun, said Dan Shemley, warehouse manager of Great North Precision Canada, which sells firearms in British Columbia. We sold over 100 handguns, almost our entire stock in the last 3 days since Blackface announced the freeze.
I mean, I'd rather have it and never have to use it than need it and not be able to get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The one time I want it or need it and I can't go get it.
Yeah. I got to imagine there's a shitload of hunting rifles in Canada, though.
Oh, a ton.
Ton.
This is different. I mean, rifles and shotguns, I'm sure. That's like...
Yeah. Well, we gave the numbers out the other. What was it, like 277 firearm deaths, the last count in Canada for the year?
Yeah,
For the year. People murdered with handguns, 277. And this is just too much for Blackface.
Yeah.
Prime Minister Blackface is, that's
Yeah,
way
the
over
numbers
the line.
have been pretty consistent. I mean, I think it went from like 150 to 250.
Yeah,
Like, oh my
in that
gosh.
range, and it's gone up and down.
Over 20 years or 10 years, something like that.
It's literally not a problem in Canada.
No.
It isn't.
One death is too many, Michael.
One death is too many. Unless it's overdose deaths, then we don't care about those.
No.
Because Canada had over 7,200 overdose deaths in the year 2020, where they have the numbers. So, or April to April of 21.
Okay.
So that's where
The
the most recent numbers. Over 7,000 more deaths than the gun violence deaths.
Interesting.
So I don't know how Blackface, and the other thing is, this, I just feel bad for Canadians. We fuck up in here in America and they get put in timeout.
Yeah. Little brother. That's kind of how that works.
How does that happen?
Wow.
And it's like, oh no, Americans did something stupid again. Didn't catch the warning signs, and look what
I
happened.
wonder if it's like fashion has a lag across the country. Like fads show up and start in California, and like 4 years later, it's here. Things like that.
Yeah.
At least it used to be.
Yeah.
It's probably a little different now with the internet and all that, but
Sure.
like the Cavarici, whatever. When we were younger,
Ugh,
there was.
I always hated the Z
I did too. I just using it as an example.
Gerbeau?
Gerbeau,
Gerbeau
whatever.
was the shit,
Name your fad, but it like slowly trickles across the country. It starts in New York and L.A. and then 4 years later, Oklahoma fucking gets them.
Yeah.
All the resale shops. But I wonder if it's like that with Canada. And, there's like a leg. Like, all right, well, what happens there is going to slowly end up happening here. It's just a trickle down effect.
Yeah. Could be.
Maybe.
Speaking of the Uvalde shooting, someone else is speaking. We're getting more details on what happened there.
Okay.
So there was a teacher that was shot. They call him a hero.
For taking a bullet?
3 bullets.
Well, if he was protecting the kids,
Dude,
then by all means, or trying to get the guy. If he was hiding under his desk and ate 3 bullets, hero's a bit of a stretch.
It sounded more like he was hiding under a desk. But I wasn't there. We have both pulled the trigger on an AR-15.
That's correct.
The idea that you would plug boom, boom, boom 3 times into someone.
Yeah.
With that gun into a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even imagine what that scene looked like in that classroom or those classrooms.
Oh, no.
I can't
Especially,
even, carnage.
The close range like that.
Yeah.
I mean, oof.
One kid apparently, not the brightest bulb in the room, got shot, announced to the class, I'm hit, I'm shot. He went, oh, there you are. Walk up to him and finished him off.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that popping off.
No.
We're going to shut you up right now.
it's remarkable that these kids were able to like stay calm and play dead. Some of them, and
Yeah, well, some of them weren't playing. Sorry.
wow, that came out so fast. That came out so fast. It was like you were waiting to drop that.
Quick on my feet sometimes. I'm ashamed of myself.
Okay,
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
the views expressed on this show are not necessarily the views of Radio for One Studios.
The segment's brought to you by LPL. No.
How much does your money work for you?
Trust matters.
Call Jay and Merck. We're fucking awful, dude.
Ooh.
I know we're awful.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
So the teacher, I'm not going to declare him a hero yet, but he was shot 3 times in the massacre as branded cops cowards for taking so long to raid the building. Arnulfo Reyes said he will never forgive the police for
Dude,
sitting
wait.
there.
He's alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How?
Does that give you hero status?
Well, there's a lot to process there.
Yeah, I got
3
shot.
times. We just talked about what that scene would look like and shooting somebody with that weapon 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a bullet like anything else, really, and that all things considered, but
It,
it's not like it explodes on impact. But anyway, shot 3 times and survived, huh?
yeah. The only reason he survived was because he played dead for over an hour while the gunman was on the loose.
I see. He was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
smart.
desk.
Smart.
So Reyes bore witness to the horror as Salvador Ramos gunned down 19 students and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary. All 11 of the pupils in his class in room 111 were murdered by this killer.
So he was the only one playing.
I mean, you could have laid over a kid and well,
Yeah, well, exactly. You're the only survivor. All the kids died. I'm still missing the hero part of this.
Well, we're gonna keep digging.
Okay,
see
let
what
me
we
know
find.
if we get there.
Well, I don't know. I'm not just granting hero status to
Yeah,
anybody.
no, it's got to be earned.
Yeah. He revealed they were watching the animated The Addams Family movie with his students when he heard the first shots ringing out through the school.
There's fucking time well spent. Jesus Christ.
The Addams Family movie.
Really? That's
Right.
That's an educational masterpiece there.
Yeah. You know what teachers giving up? And that's it. Remember our government
yeah.
teacher
Yeah.
showing The Simpsons every
Wasn't
Thursday?
it
or
like
whatever?
the last week of school or something? Didn't they only have like a week or 2 left?
Yeah. They had a couple weeks left, which, you know me. I'm always looking for the silver lining
yeah.
whenever these stories come out.
Yeah.
And the silver lining there is, while not ideal for the 2 classrooms of students,
Yeah, the rest of them
The
got
rest of
a
them
little
got-
extra vacay.
yeah, they get summer school or summer vacation 2 weeks early.
Yeah, it's not much of a vacation.
No, it's not much of a silver lining, but maybe it's more like a copper lining or a tin lining.
Red lining, perhaps?
Well, I'm just trying to think. It's not like a gold line. There's silver lining might be too much.
No. I don't think that's, I think every one of them would rather have 2 weeks of school.
But boy, that would have been a tough decision for me at that age.
Yeah, to not be you.
If it wasn't going to be me,
No,
right?
Of
Exactly.
course.
Yeah.
If you could guarantee that it wasn't your classroom,
Wasn't me.
yeah, you'd have friends in there.
I don't know. I mean, do you know a lot of if you're a 5th grader and the 3rd grade class got shot up, you wouldn't. I mean, maybe you'd have a younger. Anyway, so the kids started asking out loud, "Mr. Reyes, what's going on?" And I said, "I don't know what's going on, but let's go ahead and get under the table. Get under the table and act like you're asleep." He explained that under the school's protocols for school shootings, they train.
This moron starts snoring.
No,
That's bad advice.
bad advice. We're not supposed to be laughing at this. They trained students to sit under the desks as he described failures in the school's emergency protocols. No training would ever prepare anybody for this. It all happened too fast. Training, no training, all kinds of training. Nothing gets you ready for this.
Oh, absolutely.
We trained our kids to sit under the table, and that's what I thought of at the time. But we set them up to be like sitting ducks.
Yeah, like a game at the county fair.
Yeah. The cops, they're cowards. They sit there and did nothing for our community. They took a long time to go in. I'll never forgive them. Teacher said after he was injured and incapacitated, Ramos turned his AR-15 style rifle on the young students, most of them in their 3rd and 4th grades. He told ABC that while seriously injured, he followed his own advice and decided to pretend to be unconscious on the ground as he continued to fire, shooting him again, this time piercing his back and lung. Did you lay there, be shot twice, and not move? Pretend to be dead? I suppose you wouldn't feel it in the moment.
Well, I mean,
because adrenaline would kick in.
I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said for that, for what I've heard. And I can relate it to some injuries. I mean, I gotta think a fucking shot hurts a lot. I mean, you probably go into shock and the adrenaline and all that on some level, but so he was laying there supine and he took a third one?
2nd and 3rd one.
Oof.
While laying on the ground, injured, the teacher said he heard Ramos going from classroom to classroom, opening fire and continuing his spree. One of the students from the next door classroom was saying, "Officer, we're in here." But they'd already left. The cops.
God. What the?
Reyes said the shooter then got up from behind his desk and went back into room 112 and continued his rampage. Officers eventually returned to Reyes' classroom for a second time, where he said he heard them pleading with Ramos to come out. They told him they just wanted to speak with him. They're not going to hurt him. Some silence, and the cops kicked in the door and just shot the shit out of him.
Come on out. No. It's okay. It's okay. We just want to talk.
That's the best part of the Osama bin Laden killing.
What?
The shooter, what was his name? The guy that actually shot Osama bin Laden. He wrote a book about it, but
the guy from SEAL Team 6?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's going up the stairs, and Osama's son, Hussein, whatever his name was, I can't remember, but he's like, Hussein. He peeks his head around the corner. Boom! Just blew his head off.
Yep.
He knew he was in the house.
We're not playing.
I can't remember what his name is, and it's not Hussein. I know that's Saddam Hussein's son, but you get the point. Hero. Yeah. One student who survived, 10-year-old Chloe Torres, told a 911 dispatcher at 12:10 after the shooting had started, "There's a lot of bodies." Chloe added that one of her teachers had been shot but was still alive and begged for help for room 112. "I don't want to die. My teacher's dead. My teacher is dead. Please send help. Send help for my teacher. She is shot but still alive."
Well, that's a very contradicting statement.
I understand. She's 10.
I was thinking that perhaps he was talking about the hero that took 3. Like, no, he's not dead. He's still alive. He's just playing dead.
Yeah.
But apparently it was a she.
So we've moved on through the story to get to the 10-year-old now.
Yeah.
Who's actually called 911.
Yeah. That's the
worried
hero.
about her teachers.
That's the hero.
Right?
That's the hero.
The 10-year-old stayed on line for 17 minutes. 2 of her teachers were shot in that room. The 2 women that tried to lay on kids.
Yeah.
It was Irma Garcia and Ava Morales. They were both shot and killed. 11 minutes into the call, the sound of gunfire could be heard in the background. Chloe said her 4th classroom in room 112, they were watching a movie also.
Did they say what they were watching?
No. When her teacher Irma told the class to go into lockdown, turning off the movie and rushing to lock the door, Garcia struggled to find the keys to the door, and by the time she found the right key, gunman Salvador Ramos was outside the door. He grabbed the door. What a horror movie.
Oh, my God.
And she's fiddling with her keys. Women under pressure.
Right.
You know? Don't you think you'd have that key?
Can't we just have a deadbolt? They're talking, in all honesty, I mean, they're talking about the way you can use chairs and all this stuff to barricade these doors. Like, can't we just have a deadbolt?
Maybe I've seen too many movies. I don't know. Couldn't you just have in every room a fucking hand buzzer that, boom, once it hits, every fucking door in the entire building locks down?
Yes.
Could you do that?
Yes, to a certain degree, yes.
Where it's like, okay, he might get one round off. All it takes is one teacher in that whole school. Have it high enough so kids can't reach it, whatever. Mm-hmm. Be able to bang, hit that like a fire alarm, and all the dead bolts go at once.
Mm-hmm. But then, how do the police get in?
We don't need them in here. They can unlock. They can. How do they get into anything? They can figure out a way to get in once this guy's. Dude, I'm telling you, bulletproof glass. Yeah. Kids don't even have to know you're putting bulletproof glass in.
During the summers,
they did it for our radio station, for our studio.
Yeah, that's when they do it in all the upgrades and things like that. But I mean, you got to understand the cost associated with that, not to make it about money. But
Well, we just sent $54 billion to Ukraine. You know how much $54 billion would do for the school systems? And
I'm fully aware
Yeah.
how much that could help around here.
yeah,
There's a lot of money that goes out of this country that could
Yeah.
do a lot of good around here. Believe me, it's not lost on me.
one of the 10-year-old also said she heard Ramos say goodnight before shooting at her classmates. And then there's this unfortunate kid. When one student was struck, he shouted, "I'm shot," which drew Ramos's attention. He returned to the wounded child and shot him dead. She said one of her other classmates asked her for help getting Mrs. Garcia's body off her.
Oh, jeez.
You can imagine Mrs. Garcia. I don't know what she looked like, but
No, she'd seen better days, I think.
well, yeah. And she lands on this toddler, and toddler's like, "Mrs. Garcia."
Yeah, well, it's better than a bullet. So,
Oh yeah,
I'll take a body blanket any day.
I'm with you.
Hey,
I'm with you.
let's see. What shall we do here? Trust matters, especially when it's your money. Mark and Jay at LPL Financial work hard to build a relationship of trust by providing thoughtful, objective guidance and placing your interests first. Investing with knowledgeable financial advisors who are on your side. Call today and tell them that you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 248-626-2000 and ask for Mark or Jay.
Very good. All right.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Saudi Golf Tour.
Senor.
What do you think? They're throwing gobs of cash at these guys.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what. I think I'm conflicted because I don't know. Apparently, these guys have some bitches with the PGA. I don't know why or what all their complaints are. It's whether it's the money disbursements or how they handle it or how they do their things. But, the Saudis, obviously they're driven by the dollar.
Yeah.
And
Clearly.
they're the way they probably see it is that they're entertainers. They're paid to perform.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to pay them more to do it there instead of here. If they can do the same thing I'm going to do there, then I'm going to do here.
At what point is enough, though?
I mean,
Mickelson has golf courses all over the world. He's never going to stop making money.
Well,
he's worth $300 million as it sits.
Yeah, but I've heard not quite as financially stable as you would think.
Well, he's gambling.
It's like over 50 million in losses. I've heard on that too, which
Verdicts.
may drive some of this. So
Dustin Johnson, is he the world's number one?
he at least was.
He was for a while.
He's not anymore, but
They're giving him $125 million.
I'd be like, Chuck, I'll beat fucking Mickelson all day, every day.
Yeah. Mickelson's got the legacy thing. Lefty.
But I don't know how they're going to, I mean, I don't understand. I don't know where they're, I mean, obviously they have the money to just piss away and give these guys to come do it. That's all it is. Because it's not like they're going to get that money back. So I don't know what the end goal is
To
here.
fuck the PGA over?
I mean, by these guys or by the Saudi tour? I mean, they're trying to supposedly put something together. They're trying to build it, and so they're going to overinflate it in the beginning to get these guys to come here, and hopefully guys like it and they treat them well, and other guys come and do it as well. But when it's all said and done, are they going to continue doing this if it's just costing them millions of
The
dollars?
Saudis?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about that.
I mean,
At all.
year after year after year.
I don't think they care at all. It's
But
like the
what's
NBA
But what's the
pissing
point
away
of it then?
millions of dollars a year on the WNBA.
Yeah, it's not quite the same though. But they don't have to do it. The NBA has to do that for the WNBA.
This is like the original USFL coming into the NFL and poaching Steve Young and
yeah, but I don't. Like I said, my question is the end game. I mean, are they trying to build a sustainable product that they can have going forward? Or is it just going to be a sham just to have people come there and play around a golf, and it's going to cost them $50 million a year?
It's
more
a
than
coup.
that.
It's a coup on the PGA.
But why do the Saudis give a shit? Is my point.
I don't know, but
understand
here's the
players
thing, though,
going
Troy.
that
Do you
way.
know that the golf tournament that starts next Friday or whatever isn't in Saudi Arabia? It's in London.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is like a global tour that maybe they'll have a stop in America on the LIV tour.
Maybe. So it's like the European tour.
I don't know.
I have not researched it, so I can't speak out of turn. Essentially, I was thinking these
please,
were for.
We speak out of turn for a living.
Well, I was thinking that this was playing in the UAE over there in that area. That's what they were trying to do, was to drive it over there. Now, if this is something like the European tour or the Asian tour, or they have tours, leagues all over the world. So if this is them just trying to start that up, but I'd have to look at it to see exactly where they play and how they do it. But so the 200 million is not, that's not for an event. That is for like a season
signing bonus.
It's just a straight up signing bonus.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, signing fee to play in a series of LIV golf tournaments.
Okay.
LIV Golf last week announced 48-player field for its first event, 54-hole tournament from June 9th to 11th at Centurion Golf Club near London, with $25 million in prize money and $4 million going to the individual winner. Dustin Johnson was the biggest name on the list, but with Mickelson in the fold, the Saudi Tour has a trophy to tee off. It was not known how much Mickelson is being paid, but Johnson got $125.
I heard Mickelson was $200.
That's what they're saying. The defection likely brings Mickelson's career on the PGA Tour to an end, as he would face suspension for violating tour regulations by playing overseas without a release. PGA Tour denied releases to all 14 members who have signed up for the rival series. It's a coup for golf legend Greg Norman. Phil Mickelson is unequivocally one of the greatest golfers of this generation. His contributions to the sport and connection to fans around the globe cannot be overstated, and we are grateful to have him. He strengthens an exciting field for London, where we're proud to launch the new era for golf. So how does that affect TV in America that have like NBC or CBS or ESPN that has the PGA Tour golf contracts? Are we not going to be able to see this series?
No.
Is this going to be like a Fox event?
I don't know. I mean,
They're going to want Americans are going to want to watch this.
And it'll probably be more of a stream, unless they have some sort of they reach a deal with somebody that I don't know. It'll probably be a streaming service, would be my guess, than one of the networks. But maybe somebody
you'd have to stream.
Well, I mean, I don't know who, and somebody that wants to get into the golf game. Like, I mean, I guess everybody has their little piece of the pie for different things. But like ABC, I can't remember ever having a golf tournament. CBS, NBC, and Fox gets a little bit here and there, but I can't remember ABC ever having. Can you think of an ABC golf tournament? I watch quite a bit.
What is the U.S. Open on?
Well, those all like those. NBC always has the Masters, or Fox has the Masters.
No, not CBS has the Masters.
CBS has the Masters. Sorry, that's what I'm brain. But they started like rotating things like that. It's all a market these days. But I don't think ABC has shit in golf. I really don't.
Yeah,
I really don't. I can't think of a single
Fox
tournament.
doesn't have much outside of the nighttime.
They get like I said, they get little bits
shit
here and there, whatever that is. And NBC gets a little. But either way, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, just like the European tour, how do you watch that? I mean, sometimes the Golf Channel shows it. I'm sure there's ways to find it, but though it's regional, because it's over on the other side of the world. But now with this sort of
when you have a big tournament on the other side of the world, they air it here. Yeah. You know, you're talking about.
Well, but listen, players jump all over the place. I mean, the Rorys and the guys that play, even the American players play on the European tour quite a bit. So.
Yeah, you hear them talking, well, I was just playing in Japan and blah, blah, blah.
I was interested, too. One of the names that, ironically, that I saw that was on that live tour is a local kid, James, I think, Pyatt. But he's an amateur.
Really?
I'm trying to figure out how that works. I know he gets, he's had exemptions for the PGA. You can't get qualifiers for, the Open or however it works.
He signed up on the Saudi?
But he's on that, he's one of those 48 players.
Wow.
But from what I recall, from what I saw, but he was the only amateur that was on there, and I'm thinking, how does that work?
Well, listen to this one.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
He said, "Niet."
Which is making waves by courting some of the Saudi-backed LIV Golf Series, which is making waves, courting some of the game's top players. But the league could not win over Tiger Woods. Greg Norman, CEO of the new golf league, said to the Washington Post that Woods was offered and turned down a deal that was mind-blowingly enormous.
Yeah.
The offer reached into the high 9 digits. So let's do the math.
Mhm.
$1 million is 7 figures, tens of millions are 8 figures, and hundreds of millions are 9 figures.
Yeah, Phil was 200.
Low is 1, 2, 3, mid is 4, 5, 6, high is 7, 8, 9. So let's take the lowest of the high 9 digits and call it $700 million.
Yeah.
Woods acknowledged before that he was approached by the tour, but he rejected it. He reported, LIV Golf reportedly offered Jack Nicklaus more than $100 million to run the operation. Nicklaus passed. Dustin Johnson didn't pass. And according to the Golf Channel report, Phil is getting an astounding $200 million to sign up.
Well, I mean, these guys, the top players in the world, let me go back to a little bit too. Like Phil. Phil and Dustin are completely different entities in this.
Totally.
Because Phil is at the tail end of his PGA, and all he has...
He's looking at the senior tour.
The senior tour, which is shit money, garbage tour. He'll still be able to play in all the majors because of his thing. And, if maybe compete here and there. But financially, he's not going to excel like he has. Right. Dustin Johnson, on the other hand,
has plenty of career left.
Has plenty of career left. Now, however that bridge gets burned long term, I don't know. But the top players through the course of a season in the PGA, I'd have to look it up, and I can look it up, but I'm just going to guess probably make $10 million a year, give or take. Top PGA
earners
2000. I'm going to go 2020 just because 2022 is not there yet. There you go. Oh, that's this year. Anyway, let's see. Career, not career. Anyway, so just to put it in perspective, in career, Tiger Woods' career has made $120 million.
Right.
In his career in purse money. I mean, that's not obviously not endorsements
Nike,
and things like that.
Rolex,
That's where the real money is.
Gatorade.
But in playing golf, in what he's won in purses is $120 million. This is lifetime earnings. Phil is second, basically $95 million.
Yeah.
So in his entire career, he's made $95 million. And in a day, he just made $200 million.
Yeah.
And if he never wins a tournament,
he'll probably never win a PGA purse again. Phil Mickelson's done.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. That's in his career, in his prime, he made under $100 million.
Right.
So even if he won every tournament he's been in for the rest of his life.
Okay, I got what you're saying. It makes sense.
Yeah, and Dustin Johnson's at 74. So if he got 120, he's already, I mean, so.
Yeah.
It depends on what they want to do.
But at some point, is there any loyalty to the PGA, to the tour, to the country?
Well,
that you feel, or is it like, fuck,
again,
I'm getting mine while I can get mine?
No, see, I mean, I'm hearing rumblings about people bitching about how the PGA is handled. Now, I don't know all the intricacies of it, of why or what exactly that is and what it entails, what they're bitching about. Seems like a pretty good gig to me, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's all based on your sponsors. PGA doesn't pay shit except for purse.
Right.
They don't pay travel. They don't pay
We've
lodging.
seen that first home. They travel themselves. They pay for their own trucks.
The top guys get their shit covered because of all the sponsors' money they have. And they may even have to pay for it, essentially, but they make so much money it doesn't matter.
Right.
But the guys that are scrambling to try to make a living doing this, I mean, there's guys that have quit that are fairly successful golfers on the tour that have had to quit because they can't afford it. By the time you pay your caddy, by the time you pay your coaching and all the other things that go along with it, and your travel and your accommodations and everything else that goes with it, you're doing all this stuff and you come out making $50,000 a year. You know, if you win a couple of, you make a few cuts, get a few paychecks, whatever it is. It's just not worth it.
No, there's a big, gigundous gap between the names and the 200 players below them.
Right. Well, that's the difference. I mean, but those are the elite players.
But the big guys are leaving. The big guys are doing just fine. Mm-hmm. But maybe when you start throwing absolute FU money at people.
Yeah. That's just it. Like I said,
I just wonder how we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
I mean, using that, like Phil, everyone wants to criticize him or whatever, but he's going to, without ever playing a tournament, his signing bonus, he's going to make more than double that he made in his entire career up till this point. And he's in his 50s. So with 30 plus years, he's been playing golf professionally. that he's going to make more. It's just like, okay, whatever. What am I going to do? Keep fucking dicking around in this? No, I'll do this for a year, 2 years, 5 years. Who cares? Whatever. I'll pay.
Yeah.
And I don't have to deal with the senior tour and that bullshit because I don't even want to look at what the senior fucking
Purses are.
It's a joke. They probably make $100,000.
Yeah.
I mean, which is fine for an old man going out and playing golf, but for somebody like Phil, okay.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. It makes sense.
And for all the endorsements that they lose here,
they'll get there.
They'll get
totally.
there.
Of course they will. Of course. But, there's a lot of people that go, oh, you're in a place that doesn't allow gays to marry and doesn't accept gays and chuck some of the area, the region will chuck you off a roof for being gay. What kind of, what kind of message is that sending when every message here in America is, oh my God, everything's gay and we love everything gay. The gayer, the better. When it's like, oh, okay, you're not going to make the Nike swoosh into a rainbow in fucking UAE.
Yeah, easy there, hypocrites.
Yeah.
Easy there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
you're not throwing
meme.
Yeah, you're not. I sent it to you. Like, you're not throwing your rainbow all over the world. You're doing it here. So don't criticize anybody else for going and doing it there too. They weren't out in front. They weren't Meghan and Harry.
No.
Gay rights, gay rights, gay rights, and then they're going to go over there and be like, "Fuck the gays."
Yeah.
I just want to play golf.
Which is exactly what it is. That's the message it sends.
Is it
globally? Fuck the gays. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the message they're sending when it's like, we are going to finger wag at anybody that doesn't support the rainbow flag and whatever bullshit we decide to throw in logos all over your body. Shame on you for not jumping in full support. What about our logo in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, it didn't work.
The same.
Yeah.
Just leave that the same.
Translate.
So where's your pride? Where's your principle? Where's your morals? No, it's about bottom dollar. It's about your shareholders.
No pun intended.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
The bottom dollars.
Yeah, the bottom dollars. That's what it's about. And so while you can get away with that in this country, the boycotts won't be that much. But you pull that shit elsewhere. Try it in China.
Well,
See how far you get with China. You want to make Chinese money? You want to make UAE money?
Oh.
Yeah, and so they know to take their little knee and bow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
They're just going to go over there, shut the fuck up. I mean, these guys aren't out in front of that anyway, so they don't care. They're not waving that flag. It's being waved for them over their head.
I'm talking about sponsors and them.
Yeah, that's just fine. Like I said, the money they lose here, they'll make up probably tenfold over there.
Yeah.
And they've already obviously have just on this. These are I didn't realize how it worked too. Like those are just signing bonus. Those are just to come over and then come play in these tournaments.
Yeah,
which are probably
have big purses.
Have real purses. So,
all right, let's do a couple emails.
Yeah,
get on out.
Over.
Big E and drag queens. Thank you guys for all your excellent explanation to ease this about me. What that means. He met me at one of the meet and greets at Hamlin Pub. He was the only one of you guys that talked to me for a while. I was the guy who sent Jay the diet water that night. I actually remember that. I'm glad T-Roy likes me. Good to hear, James.
Hi, James.
I love you guys like brothers and will go to war with you when the time comes. Gross, despite your far left-leaning views. You mentioned during the drag queen discussion why this was happening in Texas and Florida. It's because those states are some of the last bastions of normal America, and the Satanist Democrats know they have to groom those children young because no thinking adult would ever get on board with their pedophilic agenda. It's why the commies infiltrated academia and stopped educating and started indoctrinating. As an aside, my neighbor has been calling Democrats groomers for a full year now, so I think it's got legs too. Keep up the great work, fellas.
Right on.
I think he's like batshit on some of it. I think he's onto it on some of it.
Yeah. Well, that's
I wouldn't want to go down a rabbit hole with James.
That's true across the board.
For all of us?
For the most part. I mean, everybody's batshit a little bit somewhere, and they're based in some.
From 05 to 07, and even back then, they required all gift cards to be purchased with cash. So this goes back to I was buying McDonald's gift card for my dad who loves his McDonald's breakfast. Yeah, like who takes cash?
Mm.
I didn't even know you could still use cash.
Yeah, in a COVID world?
That
taboo?
And they're like, the one place, that ghetto McDonald's, when I pulled around, waited 20 minutes, was like, yeah, I just need a gift card. And like, we ain't got none. I was like, yeah, that's what I would expect ghetto McDonald's to say. Anyway, so gift cards purchased with cash, it must be a corporate policy because even if it was tacked on at the end of an order, the computer would disable the credit debit button on the screen. I don't know why they do this, and I've never experienced it anywhere else. Total bullshit, if you ask me. Love the show. It's nice to have you guys back. I love Drew and Mark, but they're getting on my nerves with their ignorant leftist takes.
Ooh.
As soon as I get some financial shit straight with work, I plan on joining up with Patreon.
Put them in the pile.
Thank you, Mike.
Put them in the LSD pile.
All right. Yep. The LSD. There you go. Oh, we did. Should we close out with a message from our fag department?
Did we get one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to play it. It was a simple text.
Oh.
The department's young. It hasn't fully developed yet.
Exactly.
Fag department chiming in.
All right.
While square dancing and line dancing do seem like something the gays would do, it is not in fact gay. Look at the names themselves, square and line. Seems like things that are straight to me. If you want a good example of gay dancing, just put on some George Michael and see who starts shifting their hips. Also, keep kids out of bars in general. It's the only place a person can get drunk and not worry about kids.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you, Woke Bay. Appreciate that. All right, let's kill it there, T.
All right.
And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy-ass day.
Is it? Why?
Yeah, I have like 3 people coming over, like different hours of the afternoon to do stuff. And I didn't plan very good. Not very good at planning. They're like, how about Wednesday? I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Next guy, 2 days later, is like, how about next Wednesday at 11? Yeah, that'll work. Yep, I'm home all day, no problem.
Yeah.
So now
Well,
like,
it would have been great, but Trav screwed us with the whole dead-end thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you muted my laptop.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. I'm shaking my hips, man.
Right? I mean, I don't know how you can't. I'm not gay, but God, I love me some George Michael.
They're going to kick us off. Sorry, Garrett. We just gave Garrett a slight chub.
Oh, good.
That's okay.
Good for him.
When I was in L.A., Raj and I were driving around one day and just hitting hot spots all over. Like, oh, that's that building they filmed Die Hard in, like the outside building. The Nakatomi building.
Nakatomi, yeah.
Is the Fox
Nakatomi
building.
Tower.
Yeah, it's the Fox building that's there in
Irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Irrelevant Drive.
But Irrelevant Drive. That's fine. No, it's got a name, but whatever.
It does.
But we're driving down the road and we passed the fucking place, the outdoors, the bathroom that he got caught blowing a guy in or whatever. When he got
George Michael's?
Yeah.
Oh, you know shit.
I was like, there's a bathroom in fucking off Rodeo Drive or whatever, where he got caught.
I always pictured that was like by a beach or something, like one of those little things.
No, it's in the city actually.
Oh.
It's like it looks like a mausoleum almost.
Really?
Yeah. But it it served.
I always
purposes
pictures like
for-
one of those beach kind of like bathrooms.
No, it wasn't.
Interesting.
No.
Clearly, I wasn't there.
City of the Stars. Name it something. There's a name for that area. And driving down that road, it's like, yeah, that's where George was.
All right. Good
Different
to know.
time. He got a lot of shit for that. I was just blowing a guy in a bathroom, whatever. All right, T, let's get on out of here. See you, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.